Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Sun Lakes. Appreciate your being here today. My name is Jill Ponce. You've heard of me. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are here. It's a beautiful day. A little warm out, but I think we'll get through it. Today we're going to thank Lori Schaefer. Where'd she go? Oh, you're right there. Okay, you moved back a row. I lost you. Okay, thank you, Anne. The beautiful flowers. You always bring such nice ones. Today we have Jennifer Sheets singing with us again. We love Jennifer. First song is Spirit is in This Place.
Seemed like a fun way to wake up on a Sunday morning, so feel free to sing along. Lyrics will be on the screen for you. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm all life is sacred. We declare that peace is here. Ooh, yeah. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise a roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise a roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place.
Could somebody make it a little warmer in here? Oh, would that be me?
Perfect here.
I know, it's on my resume. Okay, all right. Thank you for bringing the spirit. We love that. That's very nice. We expect all full participation today in singing and everything. So a little lighter crowd. It must be summertime. What do you think? Maybe. All right, welcome everybody, and we want to see if there's anybody new here today. Anybody? No? Okay, same old crew. Glad you're here. Anybody from the internet, we welcome you too. So we're just going to welcome ourselves, all right? We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you. Next up, we'll have opening prayer read by Julia Norton. Oh, and I don't have to adjust this, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Sunday. I have a prayer from the power of a prayer from Unity. Free booklets anytime you want. This is prayer of comfort. There is no greater comfort on earth than knowing I am safe and secure, no matter what is going on in the world around me. I achieve this state of mind in personal relationships with the higher spiritual power within me. It is developed through my times of daily prayer, meditation, and waiting in the silence to receive the answers that are right for me. As I pray for insight and understanding, I am comforted to know that neither the disturbing broadcasts of the media, my negative past experiences, nor the opposing opinions of others have the power to keep me from finding and experiencing peace of mind. I do not allow the naysayers of the world to cloud my mind with error thoughts and beliefs. I keep my mind stayed on the goodness that is in all situations and circumstances, as it is revealed to me through my prayers. I am comforted. And this is from Blanche Kimball Wilson. Thank you.
Thank you. That is a good book. Show us the name of that book again.
Power of Prayer.
Power of Prayer. You can get that online at what, Unity?
Unity.org.
Yeah, unity.org. And I have a copy of that as well. It's a great book. And up next we have Tom is going to do the Daily Word. I am. Oh, he is.
Today's daily word is I am. I am a living expression of God. In the book of Exodus, Moses asks God his name. God responds, I am who I am. I am is the name of the divine presence within me, a reminder of my spiritual nature. Sometimes I may forget my divine identity by thinking of myself as weak, incapable, or unfortunate. If I have spoken disempowering words about myself, I release those thoughts and stop using those words. Each time I say I am, I strengthen my awareness of the truth of my being. I am God's life, love, wisdom, and strength, expressing uniquely as me. As I pay attention to my thoughts and words, I am able to recognize and release limiting thoughts more quickly. My awareness of my true identity grows stronger and stronger. And from the scriptures written in Matthew, he said to them, but who do you say that I am? That's the official daily word. And I want to add a little bit of personal thoughts to those words. Those words mean particularly, I had an experience about 14 years ago that has stuck in my mind and it's been very important to me. At that time, I ran into an old girlfriend from the 60s. And she was a fundamentalist, as I was too back in those days. And of course, our discussions didn't talk about politics, but of course it revolved around religion. And I thought, how do I express to her what my beliefs were now? I no longer believed that Jesus was God. Telling her that Jesus is the way shower just didn't cut it. So we left. She was out at Apache Junction. I'm taking the 202 a long about way home. And I'm sort of, it wasn't an official prayer, but I'm sort of like, how do I express this, what I need to say? I'm going on the I-10, I'm going under the Ray Road underpass, and some of you may have heard me say this before, but I'm going under the Ray Road underpass, and just then I look to my right, and I'm passing a flatbed semi-trailer, and on the door of the cab, it says, "The Burning Bush." And that's just right when I'm saying, what do I say to this woman? And that meant a lot to me. So of course, I went back to my office and I looked in the Bible. I have a Bible there, and sure enough, thou shalt have no other gods before me, and I am that I am to all generations who ever would ask. And that was all I needed. So that's what I wanted to say. It just was such a profound moment in my life.
Thanks, Tom. And now I have Jennifer Sheets singing the meditation song, and that's going to be followed up by Kay Davis doing the meditation.
When I look in your eyes, I see the beloved. I see the beloved looking back at me. When I touch your heart, I feel the beloved. I feel the beloved in you. You are in my soul. You are my inspiration. With you in my heart, I am never alone. We are one. There is no separation. When I rest in you, I'm home. When I touch your heart, I feel the beloved. I feel the beloved touching me. When I open my heart, I open to the beloved in you. You are in my soul. You are my inspiration. With you in my heart, I am never alone. We are one. There is no separation. When I rest in you, I'm home. When I touch your heart, I feel the beloved. I feel the beloved touching me. And when I open my heart, I open to the beloved, to the beloved in you. Beloved in you. Beloved in you. Oh, beloved, that's you.
Good morning. From the words of
letters of Myrtle Fillmore. Be still. Be still. Be still. God in the midst of you is substance. God in the midst of you is love. God in the midst of you is wisdom. Let's join together in relaxing our shoulders, our neck, taking some big, deep breaths. Relaxing into our body. If your feet touch the floor, feel its substance, feel its holding us, as is our chairs. So let's just go inside and be still. Come back into this room. I found something in this creating community as we age that seemed to fit this particular meditation. It's return to the present moment. When my thoughts are mired in the past or in speculation about the future, I miss the present moment where life actually happens and all possibilities exist. Whenever I find myself filled with regrets or worries, I stop, focus on the now, and ask myself, how does the sky in my world really look today? Is it stormy and fierce, or is it clear and blue? I take a deep breath and allow myself to take inspiration from all that is around. The air I breathe, the sounds I hear, the beauty I can see, they are all mine right now. I am not happy. If I am not happy, nothing is holding me in a space I don't want to be in. I am free to move, to shift, to change my current experience if I choose. What is to be is up to me. Right now is the starting. Right now is the starting line for what's next. And if I allow it, my new world will reveal itself right now. Come back into this room. Thank you.
When I smile, that's the joy overflowing from you. When I smile, it's the joy overflowing from you. What can I say? How can I thank you for the day? Oh God, my blessings are overflowing. It's the song overflowing, the song overflowing from you. When I sing, it's the song overflowing, the song overflowing from you. What can I say? How can I thank you for the day? Oh Lord, my blessings are overflowing. My blessings are overflowing. My blessings are overflowing now.
Thank you, Jennifer. My blessings are overflowing. Don't you always feel that way here? I do. I think it's great. All right. So before our next speaker comes up, I would like to introduce her, and I'd like to say, tell you a little bit about what I know about Michelle. This will only take 10 or 15 minutes. Okay. She is as you know, religious science minister, author, master teacher of the Art of Feminine Presence, the founder of Unleashed Your Life Consulting, and the executive director of affiliated New Thought Network. There's a lot of accomplishments right there. I found Michelle's church in a strip center in North Phoenix shortly after I moved here around, it was 95 or 96. It was right between the barbecue shop and the barber shop. And these are a few things I know about her. She is known for randomly throwing chocolate candy to participating parishioners. I think she hit someone in the forehead once, but no harm was actually done at that time. I know she can spontaneously break out into a rap song that she has made up as she goes. So maybe no, probably not, she says no. I've done a few seminars with her, and I've known her all this time. We were honored to have her officiate at my wedding, and there were 5 people there, but anyway, it was spectacular anyway. And lastly, I have one other thing to say. I'll tell you, when I attended a ceremony for Michelle, I think it was at the big church, and I think it was around your ordination, something like that. And Michelle was in the audience with the rest of us, and there was 3 or 4 women on stage, and one of the women got up and spoke, and she said, "Michelle, we will do anything for you. We will do anything for you." And I thought, oh my God, that is just pure love for her to say that to her. And I thought, well, that's who she is. She's pure love. And that's what I call her. I'm going to introduce pure love, Reverend Michelle Whittington.
I do have to move this up. You're not supposed to make me cry right before I not supposed to do that. Can I take this off?
Yes.
Just out?
Yeah.
Ha! There it is. Just get that out. All right. I am so happy to be here this morning. Thank you, Reverend Jeannie, for the invitation. Thank all of you for saying, okay, it's okay if she comes back. I was here a couple months ago, and it really was a delight, and it was so much fun because Jennifer was the singer that Sunday as well, and Jennifer and I go way back in that church in the strip shopping center, and then in our own building a long time ago. So I'm also very happy to continue the theme that Reverend Jeannie has been sharing with you this month, which is a theme based on the ancient wisdom found in the 10 Commandments, which, as we all know, are in the Old Testament of the Bible. I was raised Baptist, and as a Baptist, we didn't give much attention to the Old Testament. It was kind of like when Jesus came along, nothing in the Old Testament really mattered. That's kind of how we thought of it. And perhaps one of the reasons we felt like that was because maybe a little bit like little Johnny. You've probably all heard of little Johnny, right, who caused trouble in his church. So little Johnny was in his Sunday school class, and they were learning about things from the Old Testament. And he was very upset when he learned that a man was gathering sticks on the Sabbath. And God, through Moses, said that the man should die because he violated the Sabbath. And so they actually took him out and they stoned him. A few Sundays later, little Johnny, back in Sunday school, there was a lesson from the New Testament. And in the New Testament, it was told that the Pharisees came to Jesus complaining that the disciples were picking corn on the Sabbath. And God, through Jesus, said, the Sabbath was made for man. Man was not made for the Sabbath. So the mother of little Johnny said, so, honey, what did you learn from those two stories? And little Johnny thought for a minute, and he said, you know what I think I learned? I learned that God got a lot nicer in his old age. That might be why we as Baptists like the New Testament a little bit more. I don't know, maybe it wasn't that, but it might have been. So what I love about what Reverend Jeannie has done this month, and that I'm going to do today to follow that theme, is to explore the blessings, perfect song to set us up, Jennifer, the blessings that can come to us today in this world when we take a deeper look at the meaning, and sometimes the metaphysical meaning, the underneath meaning of the surface, under the surface meaning of the Ten Commandments. We could look at them even as like a roadmap or guidelines or an invitation to living a life that is rich and full and meaningful. So there's a story, another quick story. This one maybe is true. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's said to be true. Mark Twain, y'all know who that is, right? Y'all know who Mark Twain is, right? We've heard of that guy, right? So Mark Twain was very famous, of course, for his wit, which was sometimes a little sharp. His wit could be sharp. And there's this story of him having a conversation with a man who was kind of known to be a bit of a hypocrite. And this man in this conversation one time proclaimed boldly, "Before I die, I intend to make a pilgrimage to the Holy Land." For some reason, I think he was Southern. I don't know if he was Southern. I'm just feeling like he was. So, before I die, I plan to make a pilgrimage to the Holy Land, climb to the very top of Mount Sinai, and read the Ten Commandments out loud. And Mark Twain just paused for a moment and then said to him, you know, I have a better idea. Instead of climbing to the top of Mount Sinai and reading the Ten Commandments, why don't you just stay right here and practice them? So, today, this month, we're going to stay right here and practice them. And I know Reverend Jeannie has been taking 2 of the 10 a month, and so this is the 3rd Sunday of the, or she's taking 2 a week. This is the 3rd week, so if my math is correct, that means we're going to look at commandments. Thank you. Thank you for doing that math. 5, good, I'm on the right ones, thank goodness. Whew, I'm just a little nervous that I got the wrong one. 5 and 6, and we're calling today, as you can see, it's a matter of honor. It's a matter of honor. So the first one that we're going to look at, you probably can figure out from that title. Somebody tell me, what is the first one that we're going to explore today?
Honor thy father and mother.
Thank you, very good. Honor thy father and mother. And the second one is also about honoring. It's about honoring life. What do you suppose that one is? Honoring life.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt, oh, this is us, we've got our Bible scholar sitting right there.
That is ministry.
There you go. Thou shalt not kill. So we're going to take those 2 and look at their, surface, if you will, meaning, and then take a little dive deeper into what else could that mean. So the first one comes from Exodus 20, verse 12, and specifically says, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord hath given thee. So the first layer of meaning, of course, is quite obvious, right? It's obvious. Honor thy father and thy mother. Honor your parents. Simple, clear, easy. That is, if you had the Ozzie and Harriet family. But I don't know too many people who actually had the Ozzie and Harriet family. So honoring thy father and mother might be a little more challenging than just doing it. How do you honor your father and mother when that relationship might have been destructive or even abusive or neglectful or less than supportive? Now, we are not here to do therapy this morning. That's not what we're here to do. A lot of us have probably done that, been there, done that. I know I certainly did a lot of that. And most of us, probably, our human parents aren't here any longer. And at the same time, I have a question for you. Do not answer this out loud unless, of course, you want to. But the question is, if you look in your heart, is there any place in there that's not clear and clean with your relationship with your parents? Is there a catch in your throat when you think about them? Is there a constriction of energy? Is there a tugging at your heart? Is there an area of pain or resentment or anger still? And if there is, I tell you, you are not free. You are not free to be living this rich and full and meaningful life that you're meant to be, that you're meant to live. And it is never, ever too late to clean that up. It is never, let me say that again, it is never too late to clean that up. So as much as we might not like to think, how do we do that? And we might not like the answer to how we do that. It starts with, there now I can see you guys, hi. It starts with forgiveness. Forgiveness. Forgiveness has to happen before any honoring can occur. So I want to take us through some, what I think are really powerful forgiveness affirmations that come from Catherine Ponder. They're tweaked. One thing Jill did not say in her bio of me that I like to tweak. I said that once in my congregation. I had a fairly young person say, no, don't say that, Michelle. I didn't have any idea what it meant. I don't know if you all know what it means. I did not know that it meant doing methamphetamine. Methamphetamines is what tweaking means. I had no idea that's what it meant. So I tried to stop saying I tweak. But what I meant was I adjust. I change quotes. I've been known to change Jesus' quotes to make them fit a little bit better. But anyway, I have adjusted these Catherine Ponder forgiveness affirmations. And I particularly adjusted them this morning to fit parents. So this is how we're going to do this. If you have any of what I mentioned a minute ago, any kind of constriction or a little ache or a little pain or a little resentment, there is forgiveness to be done. And if you're willing to do that this morning, I'm going to run you through these affirmations. There's just a few of them. And I would invite you to even close your eyes, take a deep breath, and really be with them. Now, if you say, I'm clean, I'm so clean with that, you had Ozzie and Harriet parents. Good for you if you did. Or you've done your work and it's clean. Then I just invite you to close your eyes and hold space, right? We like to hold space for each other, for those who are doing this. So if you're willing to play with me, this is how we take the first layer or the first level of this commandment and bring it into a place that can truly be a blessing for us. So deep breath, eyes closed if that feels comfortable, and just repeat after me silently. You don't have to say it out loud. All that has offended me, I forgive. Within and without, I forgive. I positively forgive my mother for the mistakes she made in her humanness. I positively forgive my father for the mistakes he made in his humanness. I positively forgive myself for the mistakes I made in my humanness. All things are cleared up between us now and forever. Deep breath. I want to do that one again. All things are cleared up between us now and forever. And I give thanks that a blessing is coming out of it all. Through this forgiveness, they are free. And I am free as well. Deep breath. And so it is. So bring yourself gently back. Open your eyes when you feel ready. This is a way we can begin to honor our father and mother if we have not been doing that. These affirmations may need to be done more than once, but I invite you into that to create a cleaner space in you to experience the life that you deserve to live. And there's another layer of meaning, a metaphysical layer of meaning to this commandment, which I absolutely love. Metaphysically, the term father means knowledge of truth. Father means knowledge of truth. Mother, metaphysically, is our feeling nature. So what we have actually in this commandment, honor thy father and mother, we have a big formula for powerful prayer. When in our prayers we know the truth, honor thy father, with deep feeling, honor thy mother, we have powerful demonstrations and healings. Now the journey from the head to the heart, from the knowledge to the feeling, can be a little bit of a journey. What do they call it? That's one of the longest journey there is, the 16 or whatever inches from the head to the heart. But it's worth it, because when the father, knowledge of truth, and the mother, deep feeling nature, unite, woohoo, their offspring, is this amazing, powerful prayer. So what do we mean by knowledge of truth? Knowledge of truth, that God is the one and only power, that God is good, how often? Thank you, I love it, thank you. All the time, 24/7. And that God is love and harmony and peace and joy and abundance. And that this power stands at the ready, only wanting to be invited in through us to express. That's the knowledge of power I'm talking about. The feeling, the deep feeling I'm talking about is not just giving those words, saying those words, but knowing at the core of your being that those words are true, and feeling that those words are true, that which you are praying for is in fact already done. One of my favorite examples of this, comes from a book called The Isaiah Effect, written by Greg Braden. I read this book many, many, many years ago, and had the privilege, I don't think it was when you were around our center, Jill, I think you were gone at this time, but had the privilege of actually bringing Greg Braden to you were around, to our center. That was a manifestation story, which I won't go into, but that had been a dream of mine for years and years, to get him to, do you guys know who he is, Greg Braden? Yes, he has a power. To be honest with you, I had a big spiritual crush on him. Big spiritual crush. My husband knew. He was like, all right, you can have your spiritual crush as long as you come home to me. I'm like, that's good. That's a good bargain. I'll work with that. Anyway, Greg did come to our center and did some amazing work. But in his book, The Isaiah Effect, he tells this story. He lives then and does still in New Mexico. And New Mexico was going through a horrible drought. They had not had rain in a very long time. And he and a shamanic friend of his went out into the desert because the friend said, I'm going to pray for rain. And Greg said, great, I want to go with you. So off they went into the desert and got out of their Jeep, and the shaman said, Greg, you stay here, I'm going to go out there a bit. So he walked out a bit into the desert and found an area that it was just dirt. And he took his shoes off and he stood there. And that's all he did. He stood there. He didn't move. He didn't say anything. There were no incantations. There was no chants. Nothing. And he wasn't even there very long. And then he came back to the Jeep and said, okay, I'm done. Let's go. Greg said, excuse me, but what did you do? Listen to this. Listen to the belief in this. He said, I stood there and felt mud between my toes. That's the deep feeling that it's already done. And P.S., that afternoon, it started to rain. There's a cute little story about a church group that also in their town was going through a drought, and they went out as a church group to pray for rain. But there was only one person, a little boy, maybe it was little Johnny, who actually brought an umbrella. Both the shaman and that little boy were honoring the mother and the father, the knowledge of truth, that this infinite power is standing at the ready. This infinite power for good is standing at the ready. And all we have to do is have deep feeling that it's already done to bring it about. I have an affirmation that helps me get from the knowledge to my heart. Just something about, I'm going to share it with you right now. Something about it just helps me get into my heart. And it is, I know that I know that I know. For some reason, those three help me make that travel, that God is good all the time. And I particularly say that when it doesn't look like things are going my way. Anybody ever have that? That, I don't look like God is good right now, but I know that I know that I know that God is good all the time. That's how we honor thy mother and father in the metaphysical way. All right, so let's go to the next one. The sixth commandment from Exodus 20:13. Thou, simple, it's just one line, thou shalt not kill. There's a definitive guide to biblical Hebrew that is called the Hebrew and English Lexicon of the Old Testament. You could go find that book if you feel so inclined. The Hebrew and English Lexicon of the Old Testament. And it says that this commandment has as its root, at its root, a word that can, underscore the word can, be translated as don't murder or slay another person or yourself. Okay, that's the obvious meaning. However, according to the Hebrew and English lexicon of the Old Testament, that same word could also be translated to mean don't break, bruise, or crush, which can mean don't break the will of someone or crush their spirits. The same word that got translated to don't murder could also be translated to mean don't break, bruise, or crush the will or spirit of someone. So that's our second layer of meaning under this one. 'Cause I don't think I need to have much of a conversation for you guys about not killing someone, right? We're good there. We're all good there. We don't have to worry about that. But how many times, again, don't have to answer this question, but have we been tempted, or actually, when someone has gone on your last nerve, said something, done something that might have broken, bruised, or crushed their spirit? We all have. Even if we like to think we're very spiritual and we don't do things like that, we're also human, and yes, we do. This commandment suggests we might want to think about that. Do we really want to do that? If we are going to live a full, rich, meaningful, God-centered, spirit-driven life. And also, how many times have we broken, crushed, or bruised our own spirit with self-criticism, self-doubt, second-guessing ourselves, the self-flagellation, maybe not physically, but mentally. We've all done that as well. We are breaking, my friends, this commandment when we do that. We are breaking this commandment. So the core of this second layer, this metaphysical, if you will, layer of this commandment says, do not do harm or injury to yourself or anyone else. Or to flip it so that it fits our theme of honor the divinity in others and yourself. Honor the divinity in others and yourself. And I think there is no better way to honor that divinity than to intentionally, to consciously see God in others. Actually, to see God in others, thank you. Right? But when you look in someone's face, to know that you are looking at the face of God. I love this morning, Jennifer has picked several Karen Drucker songs to sing. Karen Drucker is such an amazing New Thought singer and prolific songwriter. Sings like an angel, just like you, as a matter of fact. And she has written a song. One of her probably most famous songs is called The Face of God. You might be familiar with that. If you're not familiar with it, you're going to get familiar with it in just a moment. But I want to tell you that, and if you were here the Sunday I was here a couple months ago, I spoke about my journey leading up to and then a bit of my experience when I went to India for a leadership retreat. Every morning when we went into our meeting room, they were playing music. And it was always, 95% of the time, let me say, it was some sacred, beautiful chant in Sanskrit or in Hindi. It was beautiful, Indian music. It was beautiful. One morning, I walk into the room, and there is the angel voice of Karen Drucker singing Face of God. And I thought, I'm home. Now I feel home. And, these are leaders from around the world who didn't, but there were a few who knew something about our unity and who thought religiousized teachings, but most of them had no idea, so they didn't know who she was. But I did, and it was good. It felt so good to have that experience of her music. So we're going to have a little experience of the first verse of that song this morning. So before I even tell you what we're going to do, would you please tell me you're willing to do it? Are you willing to go where I'm not telling you where you're going to go? Yes, please. Thank you. All right. And if you don't want to play, you don't have to. But this is what I'd like us to do. Jennifer's going to, in just a moment, lead us, but I'm going to give you a couple of instructions first. Because this is how we can honor the divinity in each other and ourselves. So if you can go ahead and pop those lyrics up there. Thank you so much. Perfect. There are actually hand movements to these lyrics. Which I want to show you. Because if you feel so inclined, you can do it. They're very simple. So So they simply go like this. First line is you are the face of God, right? You can see that. So here it is. You. That's tough, isn't it? You. So everybody with me? You are, doesn't have a hand movement. I'm trying to use this hand, it's better. You are the face. Circle your face. Of God. So let's do that again. You are the face of God. Okay? Second one. I hold, this one's more complicated, you in my heart. Okay? Or you could just do heart if it's less complicated. So let's do that one again. I hold you in my heart. Got it? You are a part of me. And then the last one's the same thing. That is the first one. You are the face of God. So simple, right? So we're going to do that a couple of times. We're going to do it once. Jennifer's going to lead us. We're going to do it once just to figure it out musically. It's a very simple. And this, by the way, my friends, is not about singing well. This has nothing to do about singing well. I don't care if you sing well. I don't sing well. So I won't be on the microphone. But neither will you. So she's the only one on the mic. So we're going to sing it once, just through with the hand movements, if you feel so inclined. And then I will invite us to do a little something else. Okay? Take it away.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
This time, look at somebody and do this. Sing this to them. Find somebody next to you. Turn. Here we go.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Turn to somebody else. Let's do it again.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Turn to a third person. Last time. Third person. Last time to a person. Here we go.
You are the face of God.
Let me hear you. Come on, let's do it.
I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Last time, close your eyes, take a breath, sing this to yourself. I am. Here we go.
I am the face of God. I hold me in my heart. I am a part of me. I am the face of God. I am the face of God.
Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you for playing with that. Was it easier, and you don't have to answer this, but was it easier to do that to somebody else than it was to yourself? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. So I want to give you a quick poem that I'm not a big poetry fan. Frankly, I don't often get poems. But there's a beautiful modern mystic. She's kind of a modern Rumi. Her name is Shalon Harkin. And she's written a book of poetry called Susceptible to Light. And one of her poems just touches me at my core. And it's called I Am Light. So this is, if you had a harder time singing that to yourself than you did to someone else, this poem is for you. This is how you honor yourself. What is this acumen we've developed to describe our terrors? Why are our stories of pain so well carved and whittled? Why these PhD certificates of our errors hanging all over us. No matter what the degree of joy, of beauty, why not give ourselves over to that? No matter how far we are from where we are aiming to go, why not look at it differently? Why not say, I am light, building a kingdom of myself. I am light, building a kingdom of myself. So this morning, let us remember the beautiful guidance of honoring that these two commandments offer us. Honoring our human parents, yes, but also honoring that powerhouse couple of the father, knowledge of truth, and the mother, deep, deep feeling that offers the offspring of a demonstration. And honoring the sacredness of every human being and treating them as sacred, including yourselves. This is how we live these two commandments. And so it is.
What's the name of the poet?
Shalene, C-H-E-L-A-N, Shalene Harkin. Shalene Harkin.
Joe, I turn to you.
That was terrific.
Thank
Now let's say our affirmation. We said a little bit of it earlier, but here we go. You ready? I know that I know that I know that God is good, and I honor the divinity in myself and others. Okay, time for giving. Are you going to sing while we're giving? Why not? I don't know what song you're singing, but it'll be great.
Do we need to do that first, or do you want me to start?
Go ahead while we're take. Oh, first we do the offering blessing. There's so many rules. I know. Okay, you ready? Let's do this. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am so blessed. Thank you, God. And now Jennifer. Yay.
I am here to give and receive love. I am here to give and receive. I am here to give and receive love. I am here to give and receive. Receive love. I am here to give and receive. I am here to give and receive love. I am here to give and receive.
In our offering gratitude, we give thanks for these many blessings of today and know that they are a symbol of the inexhaustible substance of the universe. I give thanks that 10 times this much or more is now on its way to me and quickly manifests in perfect ways. Well, thank you, everybody. All right, so we have some announcements. Our prayer partner today is Barb Castro. Thank you, Barb, for volunteering. We have a prayer meeting every Wednesday on Zoom with Julia, 10 a.m. Reiki Share Group every Tuesday with Betty at 9:30. Metaphysical Group every second and fourth Wednesday with Sheila. And next Sunday, the Sunday's musician is Barb and Brian. We love them. And now, any other announcements? Nope.
Today is a board meeting.
Oh, there's a board meeting today at Mark's house. Okay. What time does that start?
Right after church.
Right after church. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Thank you, Reverend Michelle. Appreciate that. And one more song from Jennifer, and that'll close us out with the. After that, we'll have the prayer for protection.
There is a candle in every soul, some brightly burning, some dark and cold. There is a spirit who brings a fire, ignites the candle, and makes it home. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle and go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. Frustrated brother, see how he's trying to light his own candle some other way. Pulling out your sister, she's been robbed and lied to, still holds a candle without a flame. So carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the lonely, the tired and worn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle and go light your world. 'Cause we are a family and our hearts are blazing. So let's raise our candles and light up the sky. Spread peace and love in the name of Spirit. We are a beacon in darkest times. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the helpless, deceived and born. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Carry your candle, run to the darkness, seek out the hopeless, confused and torn. Hold out your candle for all to see it. Take your candle, go light your world. Take your candle.
let's do the prayer for protection for all together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. Because you are and I am the I am. And so it is. Amen. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next